everyone, and welcome back to another mukbang! I hope you guys are all having a great night tonight. We are going to be eating some chow mein. I think that this was a suggested meal by Fifi. Please let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, but I think so. It's good. I love tofu. Let's try these chow mein noodles. I was a little iffy about them, but I think they smelled pretty good. I'm sure Asians would be disgusted that I just twirled it up like a fucking pasta. Okay. Ashley Creel, my good Judy, my good girlfriend, sent me a link to this Katy Perry, John Benet Ramsey shit. Girl, that stuff is blowing up in the media. I looked it up, and there's like all these news articles from like the last day or two. I think I had heard about that before, but it's finally starting to pick up steam. I said, I do think there's tons of symbolism in Katy Perry's music. She said, she told some magazine that her hair color when she was a child was dishwater squirrel brown. But there's lots of pictures of her on the internet from her being younger that her hair is blonde, as blonde can be. Oh, say goodbye to Valentine's Day, you guys. I'll have a whole new spring setup tomorrow. A bunch of the conspiracy theorists are like, oh, the parents are the same exact people. No, they are not. I will show you pictures. I took pictures because I was like, I'm going to bring this up in a video and be like, no, they do not look exactly alike. Okay, this is John Benet Ramsey and her family. Okay, that's the dad and the mom over to the right and left respectively. That's Katy Perry's family. Not the same. Not the same at all. The dads don't look anything alike. Sort of. I mean, they've got that average white guy look about them. But there's nothing about them that makes me go like, yeah, they're identical. Katy was 12 years old when John Benet Ramsey was murdered. Some of the conspiracy theorists are trying to say, well, that's because all of her pageant footage was pre-filmed. Okay. I do think that they have a lot of similarities, a lot of facial similarities. Okay. Somebody else I can't remember who, I'm sorry, asked about Oak Island. This is a difficult subject to talk about. I'm obsessed with Oak Island. I think it's brilliant. I wish there was some like hardcore ground penetrating radar that could go in and like map the whole island. I don't know if that will ever happen. Okay. Here's the theories of how old the treasure could be, and then I'll give my opinion. They think that Captain Kidd could have hid the treasure, except for he was around from 1645 to 1701. The pit was first discovered in 1795 when Daniel McGuinness first found the pit, and it was just a depression in the ground. I think that, I can't remember the story. I could look it up on my phone right now, but I have it written down. I don't want to do that. of like why he was on the island. So this has been some 200 plus years of people trying to figure out what the hell is down there. Some think that it could be a possible treasure from Sir Francis Bacon, who some people think is Shakespeare. And maybe that's where he hid his proof, which Francis Bacon was from 1561 to 1626. That's a little bit better. They think that the French hid it during the American colonization, which was 1492. It could have maybe been a Spanish galleon crashed and hid their treasure. Some people think maybe it was the Vikings. Some people think maybe it was the Incans or the Mayans, and they hid their information there and treasures because they were, being eradicated pretty much. And then I might need to make a whole other video about this because I have 3 pages of notes. We can talk about it a little bit. I looked up the oldest foreign objects found in America, and even more than that, not colonization, but travel between America and other countries. So I was all into this one thing, and then I looked it up more. Ancient Egyptians in America.com. He found some coins and stuff that he's trying to say are from 36 BC. And there's all these tunnel cave systems in Illinois. You guys can look it up. Burroughs Caves, Illinois. And there was a tomb cave. There was, for sure, a Norse settlement that was found in Canada in 1960 that they carbon dated to 990 to 1050 CE, current era. They think there's proof of Native Americans having contact with the Polynesians back in 700 CE, carbon dating ancient sweet potatoes because they're not native to Polynesia. East Asian contact with South America dating back to 3000 to 1500 BCE for Japan, and then 12,000 BCE for China. 1200. 3000 to 1500. China, 1200. Claims of southeastern claims of South Asian / India contact, 2000 BCE. They think that there's the Mali Empire culture came here from 1200 BCE to 400 BCE. There's lots of the whole Olmec culture is very similar to a lot of the things in the Mali Empire. There's also a story in North Africa of a king going to find a lost continent and coming back. There's several of these stories like that. There's another theory, a story about Christopher Columbus was told that story by King John II of Portugal. And that's what Columbus's third voyage was, to test this claim. Claims of Arabian contact. There's a Muslim historian says that a king sailed across the ocean and discovered an unknown land. He returned with boats full of treasure, 880 CE. I've got a headache tonight, you guys. I don't know what's going on with me. I just got a little headache. Could be not enough water. So Slutrian hypothesis argues that Europeans migrated during the Paleolithic era 16,000 to 13,000 BCE because they say that there's just very common tools that they found in France, Spain, and Portugal. And that's about when the people in those places were thriving from 20,000 to 15,000 BCE, and the Clovis people exploded around 9,000 BCE. There's an ancient Phoenician Semitic Bat Creek inscriptions found. They carbon dated 350 BC. There's most definite proof of European contact 100 years before Christopher Columbus. Henry Sinclair explored Greenland and the Americas. This is all from Wikipedia. It also says that there was more evidence. That was more evidence for Christopher Columbus convincing the church to give him money because they already had proof that somebody explored those areas and made it back. There's a legend of Saint Brendan, the Irish monk. He took a fantastical journey looking for paradise in the 6th century. I would like to explore that story a little bit more. And then it goes to talk about like more transoceanic travel originating from the New World going back. And claims of that are because there's cocoa. There was found to be cocoa and tobacco nicotine traces found in European and Egyptian mummies. God. Also in Sudanese mummies showed similar traces. Ramses II had a tobacco leaf in his abdomen, but they're saying they doubt that it had been there for so long because from 1883 to 1975 he had been moved around 5 times. Poor guy. Just leave Ramses alone. Oh no, that was my last tofu. I always screw myself and give him so much more tofu than me. That's effed up. So those are my little factoids to bring to the table tonight. Some ancient America history. It's pretty cool. I was listening to the documentary. I've like tried to finish it 3 times. It's not a documentary. It's 2 people having a conversation. And I just leaked everywhere. Pre-Columbian Explorers in Ancient America. It's by Disclosure Discovery. It's an hour and 45 minutes long, and I've got only 10 minutes left, so I've watched almost all of it. I'm done, you guys. I'm not super full, but I kind of have a headache. And it's late, and I have another review to do for my other channel. Hopefully I'll remember to put the link there. This is good. I think I overcooked the noodles just a tiny, tiny bit. But not super bad. Okay. I'm not going to show you. Like, there's still a bunch of the fucking noodles and the red bell pepper because I don't like red bell pepper. But otherwise, I ate all the vegetables. I'm sorry, this has been not so much food tonight, but we talked about some good facts, interesting things. If you guys want me to talk about more of those type of things or make like a whole video instead of me eating and talking about those things, make a whole video dedicated to that, please let me know in the comments down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, please smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you'd like to see more. I try to make videos every single day. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with chicken. No, not with chicken. With white bean chili. If there's anything that you want me to talk about, leave in the comments down below. Alright, you guys, I will see you tomorrow. Bye.